is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes again. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash the lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to come close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people, please. The country taking a beating, so me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging, now we enacted one week. Prophesy to the country, streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing, now this is my humble petition. And if it ain't for election, go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. We expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That a few might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts. Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas, a dog on the knees. And I'm begging, go now. They try to stick me with the rage me. They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. That's why I'm singing, go now. Please, Mrs. Kamla, take Munila and Sharma, go now, please. Them and their minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they sidekick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat-eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni. Sweet man Glenn and Sharma, hit face to face with the karma. And it was awful, gone through it to pull. Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they does follow now. Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire now. Before the 5 years expire, like a dog with fleas, a dog on the knees. And a bleeding go now. Before we end in bankruptcy. Before they empty the treasury. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm bleeding go now. Immediately. And don't forget your AG go now, please. Love to quarrel, always oral, highly immoral. They let the good doctor starve to death. Used to court him, once support him, no road to point for him. But once in power, they quickly forget. They love confrontation, so no mediation. The case by the Privy Council, but the Is why I want them grow. With them old lies they peddling now. It's only PR they selling. They wouldn't tell me the whole truth. The man just wanted a root. Before they carve out a mountain. Before the cost we start counting. Like a dog with fleas, a dog on their knees. And I beg it, go now. Always get the contract. Who profit from the kickback? Streams turn into rivers, then into sea. Is why I'm singing. Go now. Tell Munila and Surush. It's best they seek refuge. Go now, please.
Broadcasting from the historical Parish Main Street, Certez, to your home, vehicle, and office. Today's hit music on Real FM.
Asking me what is wrong with Trinidad. You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say, the driver cannot drive.
Igwe, bless. The new driver has proven that he cannot drive. And when we say anything here, we have receipts for what we say. So Igwe, good afternoon, Christine, Doreen, and Harvey, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Nikki Nicole. Yes, good afternoon. Roses. Good afternoon, Adrian Watts. Good afternoon, Kami.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dr. Michelle.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Emma Pierre. Good afternoon, Skeeter Lewis. Good afternoon, Clarice Modest.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Pedro. We have a lot of work to do. The journey now start. It is an unfinished project. So I personally will make it my subject. Independent Talk for Sunday, 4th February 2024. Grenada still remain my constituency. Real FM is my parliament. I'm the people's spokesman for today. Blessed and protected by the ancient of days. Nothing can do me, Igwe. Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table in the presence of my enemies, Igwe. So good afternoon to the enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness, surely mercy shall follow me. So I ain't worrying about that, Igwe. My purpose here is always to give you the facts. And when I say that, I want you to check out what I say. Don't just take it just so. Check it out. Google it. What you do with the facts is a matter entirely for you. Good afternoon, NNP Massive. Nice people. Yeah. All you realize what they doing us for the independent. So all you know the next go. There's no two ways about it. I am an advocate for the humble, the weak, the poor and the marginalized. Because nobody not talking for them. They say they give them 200 increase, only some will get it. Between 60 to 64 don't get it. School children don't get it. When if you're getting 500 already, you have nothing to get. When the Prime Minister know he low and he know 650 should be. Real FM has become new media. Real media. Igwe. And we see where shame is absent, Igwe. Anything could happen. Like the millions we see wasting in the name of independence. So Igwe, this present administration is willing to spend the taxpayers' money in the region of $22.5 million on an independent spectacle. You want to show off like they're doing like it's them what bring independence here. And it's because of them it's independent. So we don't have medication in the hospital. People go and make baby in the hospital and they don't make it because they don't have what it takes. So meanwhile, the independent spectacle and yesterday we see a big wastage, something they call the motor kid. A man call it the dead no kid. Not that the man tell us?
Yeah, the dead no kid.
Yeah, the man say make sure we talk about the dead no kid today. But we see where some money go. But we looked at it and
only foreigners.
He didn't want it.
No, only foreigners. No country people, nobody do they in it.
But meanwhile, Igwe, the healthcare is in shambles. Lack of medication. The working condition is deplorable. All you could go and check it out for yourself. Go in Maryborough and when the rain fall, they have to move bed because the place leaking. Go and check it out. Don't believe me. Go and check it out. Igwe. Monge Hospital closed down for God knows what they're telling us. What chatters on the street believe, or they have information, or they suggest that it could be because of COVID and smallpox or chickenpox. So they don't claim the air. They yet to advocate to tell people wear a mask because the people are then bringing down Igwe. And Igwe, a man what come down, say, but it's a one-way ticket they give me. And they tell me I have to register. So I don't know if they don't register, they got to pay to go back up for themselves. The man say it's a one-way ticket they give him. How I buy so I sell, I don't have no dog in that race, there's no skin in the game. So here we are with a default government, an incompetent bunch of people, and all we hear in gala. But when the independence over, as a noted Calypsonian in Grenada say we still need health care. COVID will still be here. Chicken pox will still be here. And he still don't have medication and he spend $22 million to waste. But Philip Telesford say they had to check to see if the money legitimate. So healthcare. Igwe. All they offer, Sir Eric, is a little picture between some palm tree. Because a man say, well, all of you pass you can see it. I say, look by the palm tree and them. Look under the palm tree. You might see it. All they offer the father of independence, but they're spending $22.5 million in wastage. We'll go into the Sunday conversation, Igwe. And this evening, I want the program to be interactive, Igwe. So after I do the piece, we go check on from 1974 to now. We will check the prime ministers and them. And we will try to say something about each one of them. Or how they contribute. Because the stars in the top of the flag could be Geary, Bishop Blaze. Those in the bottom could be Brathwaite, Ben Jones, and Breezan. And the one in the center, a man tell me is Kit Mitchell.
That's the Dan.
That what I say about the stars on the flag, I don't know.
That's a good one, though. That's a good one.
So they say if you're there now, the driver there now. They say they don't see no place on him, no space for him on the flag. Because they see the flag, the top is Geary, Bishop and Blaze. The bottom is Bradford, Ben Jones and Breezan. And they see the one in the center is Dr. Mitchell. That's what they say. And as a man, how they say the thing just so I come in and think it. I don't mean no dog in the race. I see it as I see it. So we are going to read the Sunday piece.
Go ahead.
And I want people to call and let me make the thing interactive. Let the thing be a we thing. And we've seen a lot of things happening here. So listen, Mike. Will the real incorruptible please stand up? Because we see a lot of things going on. And when we call corruption, they say no, like the incorruptible. The notion that one's profession and social standing renders them incorruptible is maybe the greatest fallacy that can be conceived. Strangely, this is the understanding that was espoused in Parliament by our beloved Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, who used this very narrative to disqualify ordinary citizens from the lower socioeconomic strata from aspiring to lead at the parliamentary level as far as he's concerned. And I'm paraphrasing here now, Igwe. If you beggy, and you're poor, you have no right in this Parliament of Grenada because anybody could buy you. I'm paraphrasing. If we were to sanction the Dickon Mitchell view, then 3/4 of the Grenada population is automatically ruled out from holding office. If England's intention was to keep us in bondage, then they have certainly succeeded by the utterance of the Prime Minister. But I have news for inexperienced and arrogant and lack of institutional knowledge Prime Minister. One's wealth or profession has nothing to do with corruption. It is one integrity. Ask Stillman Thomas order. It is one integrity that counts. It is believed that the new normal in our country is money, CBI, case in point. Passing left, right, and center in certain circles like Nation Builders Inc. in a bid to shut up free speech and zip mouth our democracy that was once striving. So that's why we have Real FM, new media. Real media. The media and the so-called voices of truth are all resting quietly in their boxes. To put it in local parlance, they are all keeping their ass quiet at the behest of the incorruptible professional Prime Minister. The ordinary Grenadian can feel money flowing like rain. The $22.5 million in the name of our year-long 50th independence celebration. The only drawback is that it only pouring on a few, while the poor and vulnerable continue to suffer like those under the seed program. They say they can eat the flags, banners, and free shows. With cost of living skyrocketing gates, the red, green, and gold is quickly fading in their minds, replacing by empty cupboards, high-priced foodstuff, and the up and up. No, and the up and up shine on deacon's face. They are feeling properly deaconized. Another popular word for getting properly shafted. We have gotten to the place in our history when a non-profit organization with party frontliners as its directors is set up specifically to do the political soldiering of the National Democratic Congress, receiving taxpayers' money even before being properly registered with the company registry or the AML commission. And we have to deal with those companies going forward. We go have a program where we go talk about non-for-profit companies and see how it applies here. The entity would oversee hogwash program, positioned as the best social program since sliced bread. Grenadians lay sound asleep while the government tamper with the procurement policy that mandates spending over $15,000 requires 3 or more prospective vendors, altering the figure to $100,000 in the name of speed, efficiency, and I guess a good platform to feed the boys and use taxpayers' funds to satisfy their yellow needs. Igwe, the current disposition of the Deacon Mitchell-led administration is embrace the diaspora and screw the locals to death. After gala all around the globe to raise money for the NDC headquarters, listen this, they're asking ordinary Grenadians to donate for the restoration of Government House. So they're going to look for money to build NDC headquarters, but they're asking the ordinary Grenadians to build things. The power they are taking from the people will soon return to them. It's nearing. We are nearing home. Rise up. We are nearing home. We are nearing home. 19 months has gone from the 5 years. We are nearing home, Igwe. The time will come. So Igwe, that Sunday piece was written based on the prevailing situation because we see they go in gala, they giving National Builders Inc. money, but they asking the local Grenadians to contribute to building Government House. You're giving a company money who at the time when they received the money, they was not yet registered. Then the directors on the company, Igwe, we know the caller close the way. And we know they will do the biddings of this administration, Igwe.
One-way ticket.
Well, yeah, by one-way ticket come down, so the men will register. They got to find their way up. So like we said this today, we want to make the program interactive. So people could, according to Mr. Pierre, could call and punch anytime. As we speak the truth, as we deal with facts, as we advocate for justice. Yeah, let's take it.
Hello?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Afternoon.
It's in.
I was
Hello?
supposed to be put Friday, but the man who opened back said a lot about me and I had to run out on some
Get you in.
I had to, but I heard the open battle your program Friday said a lot of me. But today I say something. I won't go too long. I will just say something small because I see some people who never knew of independence want to play. They claiming like they never knew about the independence. I was in the real struggle of Portugal from 1967 as his political child. 1967, by Monk's Pride, very young age, I made that political address and he embraced me and he asked for my mom and he said, that little boy will be brave. I want to help you to send him to school. But the statement I made, election campaign, it was, well, after that, he started keeping me very close. So I have a knowledge of how his horse went in. All but I could give peace. Now, these people, I also want to make my last appeal to the older heads of Mount Rich, Mount Hule and the certain area, who did not speak to the children about the history of this country. From morning, we had the GNP at first. And then, most from the GNP, we have foundation member of this NDC today. They was thinking very negative of Mount Rich, that village. They had that village as classless. Right? And today, want to come and play, they love these people for a vote. They should talk to the children and the children, but most parents say they shouldn't get a vote in Mount Rich, but they should never get a majority. Because the only political leader what spoke to me personally and say, I will continue to help Mount Rich after Sir Eric, because Sir Eric did so much, because they were loyal to him, and he didn't have them give them electricity. The electricity, we was in the center of electricity. It was below Googleberry Hill, and it was down in Mount Pendew, and Mount Rich was in the center. Dr. Mitchell was not yet even head of state. As he came, he said, I have to see that area have electricity. And we start to get bright. We have TV and all sort of things. So this is the man what was care about us after Sir Eric, which loved us so much. Because in 1971, the first estate owners of Mount Rich called us illiterate and pig. He said, I'm going to pen Mount Rich people. And he get a little piece of land and he said, everybody pay $250 for a lot. There was not even place to put a toilet pit good properly. So I immediately passed the Land Acquisition Act. He said, I'm going to unpen you all from the pen where they put you all. And in 1972, he got 13 out of 15. He had 15 seats. And he made sure that he unpenned Mount Rich people. And we got all the votes. Although Winston White lost by 1 vote to Wellington Friday, but he got all the votes in Mount Rich because he did such a good thing for the people of Mount Rich. That mandate caused him to lead up straight to independence. He said he wants independence for Grenada when he get that large mandate to go to the British government. In 1973, demonstration, a committee of 22, the churches was involved. Said they want independence, but not under Sir Eric Matugeri. It could be under anybody else. Ben Jones and Blaise went to the British government with him. They came back before him and they said, we did not sign. They tell a gathering in Paul's, we did not sign for independence. Sir Eric Matugeri called Progress House, which was the headquarters of his party. And he said, get buses, I'll come on the airport to receive me in the next 2 days after. I was the little boy who hired Solomon Samuel Boss, Yellow made 3 trips to bring people, carry people on the airport to receive him. And when that man, when they opened the plane door and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we got it in the bag." He take out his bag, he take out the little bag and he on the top step in the plane. People get mad and they start to run to the strip to receive him. He said, "We," and the security secure cannot lift the prime minister. But he cannot do that. They wanted to raise him from the plane. First, the people glad to hear. He said, "We got it in the bag." So these people did not want, and I'm telling you, foundation member of the NDC today was in that committee, and they pretending without that, Sir Eric hard work, achievement, we could not have nothing to celebrate today. I was beaten in 1973 in McDonald College. I was the first student of Moncton to enter McDonald College. And a little girl they call Catherine Simon from Paul's, Baron Simon's daughter, beat me. She tear down all my clothes in the school. She said, "We don't want no stinking gay right in McDonald College. What a gay right doing here? We don't want him here," because all this time you had all Muffman buses taking up the children down to St. George's on the corner to demonstrate Gary must go. We don't want independent. They say, "What you doing here? You're not supposed to be here." When parents believe the children are in classes, the children in the hot sun demonstrating. One teacher was, "I can't beat up the man like that. That's not fair." The man supports who he wants. Judge Bolo from Guam, he said, no, I can't allow her to beat up the student like that because he don't love, he is a Gary man. He came from a Gary village and you can't do that. I was beaten in that school day. So Eric had a meeting in the Anglican schoolyard by the courthouse, the old courthouse, the old police station. And I went to him and I said, "Look, sir, what happened to me?" He and the Attorney General at the time, Mr. Hubert Squires, they called the head of the station and they said, "No, that student organized a police shift for us to see that this guy finished his school and cannot allow the children to beat him up like that." Benedict Cyrus was the corporal in charge of the station. He said, "Send us." And so I was able to finish school because I was beaten. Schools were stared down in school. Being there. In 1974, when he said the date for independence, the 7th of February, we went to a giant sitting of parliament in York House those days, York House. And the Queen could not come. She sent her representative to attend that ceremony to declare the first Prime Minister of Grenada. His name was Mr. Bicker. And the whole place was intact. The place was mashed up. St. George's was mashed up. Looting, all kind of things. And the Queen representative had to address that gathering at the York House as a little boy. And when he about to speak, the Delco started jockey started to trouble. I went downstairs and I get a piece of electrical wire and we fold it up and we start it back. Myself and ASP Simon from Mali, Simon, we went downstairs and we start back that Delco and God bless, we rev it up and he stand up. So the Queen representative was able to statement, and then Sir Eric, the first Prime Minister, was able to make his statement. And when that Queen representative was speaking, and I see the condition, no good microphone, no electricity, nothing. And Sir Eric came to speak. I started to cry as a young boy. I started to cry. I said, Miss Seppi Alexander England would say, "Why are you crying?" I said, "Oh, for a man to struggle like that for independence, you don't see the condition. We never have proper PS system. Shame. You don't see the condition with it." And she said, "Don't cry, everything will be all right." So I was a man in the full struggle, independent, and I could give a whole history. I could go on and on, but other people speak. And then I call up a lot about me when we were on the program. So I was wondering if I should say anything to it, but I'll know we still lead up to independence, so I could have say something. So these people wanted independence today, and they knew, they heard about independence, some of them. They heard about it. I am saying the present leader today don't want us to highlight what the next hero besides Tariq has done for Grenada, but he should not fret. If he is there now, all he has to do say he go do better. Don't fret for us to say, because if I go to speak of achievement under Dr. Kit Mitchell, I cannot done in one program. So I would not stand.
You go take you a couple
I
days.
thank you.
All right, bro.
Right, caller.
Yeah.
The man say he was from the foundation of the thing, you know.
Yeah, man.
He pulled the study Delco for Eric, you know.
Yeah. Study Delco forcing.
And those are what you call unsung heroes. You understand? And we have independence, and you don't hear nothing about those people and them.
Sad, man.
And the committee ought to know that thing. What chatter on the street, have some questions you want me to ask them. The chatter on the street, let me take it, we'll go after.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Master Carl.
Hey!
Igwe.
Hey, brother.
Master Carl,
Uh-huh.
the people terrorists.
Yeah.
People terrorists. You have two clips there where you said they start the building Parliament House and Parliament building in town and Governor General House up on the roundabout. I would like you to play that clip about twice today.
But you know he does lie.
What is it? I want you to play it twice today because as far as I understand now, you want people to
donate.
contribute to build government house. So you can play that clip for people twice.
Yeah, we go look for it.
Thank you, sir.
Alright. So I mentioned up and up in the Sunday PC way. And they say what is going up and up is cost of living. What is going up and up is minister's salary. What is going up and up is retirement from the police force. What is going up and up is the level of stress among public officers. The police, in another message, say, ask the celebration committee when the police officers will be getting our 50th anniversary pins. Imagine the police getting ready for parade on Wednesday and they don't have no pins. It is the responsibility of the Minister of National Security to ensure that the RGPF is supplied with pins. Both he and the Commissioner of Police fail miserably. Not me we say. So, you know me what I say, Igwe? Igwe. That is why we say the new driver cannot drive.
Facts.
Igwe, you had to do something for me. I sent you something. You know. Eh? Yes, so persons could call in, as we see. Let me make the program interactive today. Call in and give you 2 pence as relates to independence, as relates to the performance of this present administration, and vent what you feel and what you see happening, because another chatter on the street just informed us that yesterday was a moto without a kid. Empty buses. Now me we say. The people who are saying, let me take it, man.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Master Carl.
Hey.
Good afternoon, what's going on?
Good day, are you?
In all me, yes, and about independence. This one is extraordinary. I went to St. George's yesterday, and I saw so much vehicle by the stadium. And I wondered, hey, what is going on here? When I go over to my daughter, she said, Mommy, he had free party in the stadium and thing.
Free what?
Free party, like the Calypsonian and them, they were singing it was free. And after that, the road was so crowded, music, buses, vehicles, like they had a parade. Yeah? While we barking, as they say, as big dogs, The Prime Minister there in Petit Martinique with the red tie and the red socks. He bluffing. Yeah? He said that we greedy and we beggy. Be careful. We have to work very hard because we greedy and we beggy. When time coming close for our next election, 200, you go buy them because we beggy. Have a good afternoon. Take good care. Bye.
All right. We got a message here for you. Good afternoon, bro. Just saw a motorcade traveling up the western side. About 5 DJs, about 20 or more buses, 15 of which is empty. And the number of private vehicles that had families. A total waste of funds.
Not me what say.
No.
The people say. You got the thing coming outrageous, you know.
I tell you, I don't know, Jen.
I chat on the street say no pins for the police.
I call on the WhatsApp here.
You like taking?
Hello?
Yeah. I'm listening to you. Afternoon.
Afternoon.
You go.
Speaking about a waste of funds. I went to Grenville on Friday and I saw a young man standing on the street and he had 2 cigarettes in his hand. And he shaking himself and he said, "Partner, give me $1 now, I want to go buy something." And I watch him up and I watch him down. I say, "You want $1 from me?" I say, "Okay." And I continue going to do what I had to do. Okay? "So you want $1? I said, "Okay." And I continue on my way to do what I had to do. As you're speaking about a waste of funds now, it flashed back on me. Are you really saving money? Are you really making money? Or what is it really going on with those monies that you're spending, those $1 million that you're spending now in the park? How does this help me? How does this help Grenada? How would this able to help that young man that wanted something? Or should I have given him from my pocket? And other people that need it? So, I mean, the fact is that we just pouring out the money. You see money running on the street. I mean, rain not falling nowadays, but your dollars running through the gutters nowadays. So why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Draining the money on the sidewalk. Yeah, all over the place instead of giving people that need it, giving them some work, create some employment somewhere so that somebody could get some job to do now.
No,
You're getting a little bit annoying. You're getting a little bit annoying now because those buses that you have up and down the place there and celebration painting and all over this, all this thing, the paint that you're pouring on the roadside there. Those things are paint that you're pouring out on the roadside there. Of course, you could have washed something with it. Continue the wash program so that more people could get to, relax somewhere to ease themselves. I think this is becoming unbearable now. Those monies that you're pouring out on the sidewalk right now, those free shows and everything else, and you're advertising one coming up soon, I think, with those how you call it, in the air. What is it again?
Drones? I don't know.
The display, yes, man, the drones that you
The
display.
500?
Yes. How much does this cost really? How much this costing me? How much of those millions going into that? How much of those millions going into that? Did you have to pay for those trainees to bring up the transport up here, or did they bring it on their own?
That's a good question.
For the they showing impulse. Because I don't trust you, I don't trust you at all because I believe that you have sponsored. I believe you have sponsored the show in Impulse. I believe you have sponsored that. You wouldn't sponsor someone, don't sponsor the other. The show in the park, you sponsored it. Yeah? And the other shows, I believe you're sponsoring them also. And the 20 million is going that way. That's what you're going to say. In fact, you don't have to give because you say those information is not for me. But I'm begging for those information. Tell me what you spend those $1 million to the place. Thank you.
Corruption and no start your date, Igwe. You on again?
No.
Igwe.
Not it.
A chatter on the street say 2023 was the year of gunshot.
Yeah.
2020 was the year of wastage of money.
Waste money. So it's 25.
I don't know.
Gone to the boondocks.
Igwe, you a man in the technology about the drones.
Yeah.
500 drones to fly over. What kind of cost we talking about?
We're looking at roughly in US dollars. Almost 100 grand. If it's the type of drones that I'm thinking.
Well, it must be up of the range drone.
Because them drones will come out from up top and come down.
Yeah.
So about almost 100 grand in US. Easy.
So that means
just to pass it.
somebody making a money.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Are you talking like you're afraid so you go somebody making a money?
Well, when you see that, you know you're shock me, you know?
No, man. Because he thinks about giving people money, you know. Yeah, let's take it.
Hello?
Afternoon, guys. Afternoon.
Afternoon.
You're sounding far. Hello?
Where she go? She'll call back.
Yeah, you go. 500 drones is a lot of drones.
Yeah, and if it's the type of drone, it's like the real deal. That letting go the smoke and thing and big money thing.
So you might be letting go black and white and yellow smoke?
We go see.
I feel this black and white and yellow smoke will be coming out. You go to see they bringing down some dignitaries down here.
I will call on the WhatsApp.
I take it.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Is this Real FM?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Is that where the one, Igwe?
Person say sorry.
You afraid?
I don't know, Igwe. You see they bringing some dignitaries here, some head of states. I think they say they bringing the president of Ghana here.
Okay.
But I need to ask a question. Why didn't you know? Come back?
No, not it.
The president of Ghana, what is his stand on the Pan-African movement? That's a question I want to ask. So one of them who listen or somebody who listen, could you tell me what is his stand of that?
How much that cost him to bring the Ghana president here?
But for the life of me, when was to pay $2,000 or $3,000 for medication, all kind of song and dance and nonsense was spoken. Now 22.5 million spending and nobody don't give an account of how that money was spent or is being spent or who getting it or who getting reach out of it and what is the paper trail and how this money is disbursed, because we want to know. So Igwe, we are asking the question to the Prime Minister. That's a need to know something. Who are the owner of the drones? Igwe. If it is not owned by somebody in Grenada, who is bringing it in? And what is the cost to bring it in, Igwe? Because people that earning $500 in the seed household, they cannot get more. They cannot get an increase. Between 60 and 64 years, you cannot get nothing. The school children as the Jamaican go say school picnic them. They don't get in nothing, so who is the owner of those drones? Was it, and if it's a Grenadian, was it sole source? Was there a bid in, because it's government funds, you know? Not Dick and Mitchell money, the government of Grenada money. So was there a bid to provide that service? And if so, how much was it? What's the cost, Igwe?
I know it's expensive.
To bring in and operate those drones? Because the hospital, Igwe, remain inadequate. Well, we think up to now they ain't telling nobody about the COVID. And we know what's going on. But they don't say nothing, Igwe. And that is the kind of a government we have here. A default government.
Aristocracy.
Yes, Igwe. Igwe, go take a small break and return.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes again. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash their lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging. Streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Here's why I'm singing. Now this is my humble petition. Announce the date for election. Go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady.
Hello?
I want to be off the air. Just to give you some information.
Okay. Alright, hold on.
You tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. One-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes again. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash their lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So me plea are repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. Now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging, now we enacted one week. Prophesy to the country. Streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Here's why I'm singing. Now detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. We expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That a few might stuff the pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts. Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage. Like a dog with fleas. A dog on the knees. And I'm begging. They try to stick me with Rashmi. They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. That's why I'm singing. Please, Mrs. Kamla. Take Munila and Sharma. Nah, please.
Yes,
Igwe, based on your experience, how much it is to charter SVGA from Grenada to Carriacou?
Small plane.
Yeah.
We see almost 20 grand.
Because I think to charter Osprey is like 10 grand.
Yeah, so the plane might be
So the plane will be more?
A little more, yeah.
Igwe, you have any information about the independence celebration in Carriacou? Was the Prime Minister present?
No, he wasn't there.
So, chatters on the street want to know if the Prime Minister, because we stage you are going at the gravy train,
Yeah, the gravy train.
if the Prime Minister chatted at any time did he chat during this last week, did the Prime Minister chatter any ASBGA? How much? If so, how many times? And if so, what is the cost? Because we keep want to find out how the 22.5 million.
So that we wasting.
So if I don't know, the chatter them want to know if SBGA was chattered twice. And why you chatter in SBGA to Carriacou and not attend the Carriacou celebrations. I don't know. That's what they keep saying.
Wasting money, man.
Igwe, the gravy train starting. What is the priority of this government, Igwe?
A school child just tell me, tell Master Carl the St. Vincent Coast Guard would be here also. The police band.
Yeah, the police band will be here. What is the priority of this government? Because all this money spending, but Marybo Hospital leaking. It don't have medicine and medication in the place. And health centers closed down and don't opening. I think the one in Sortes, I don't know, maybe I'll know it closed. If something happened to you now, here gates, we have to head for Tongue.
Yeah.
Let's take the call.
Master Carl and others going.
Hey,
I have a problem with everything.
I'm hearing you.
I say I have a problem.
Tell me.
As you use the word priority, let me tell you what happened. There is an old lady, 82 years, and since before election, they came and looked at her attachment toilet, and the thing was approved, right? So they called me up because I'm working, helping out, Tell me if I didn't want to pay for the sand and the gravel. So I say yes. I tell the lady, she will try and get it. She get it. So we went to get sand, we get gravel, they give us blocks. Then they tell me I'm somewhere around, I don't know, September, October, November. I think it's November. He tell me go call me the Wednesday to come pick up the material. Mr. Call up to now, no material. I call sometimes last month. I call Ministry of Housing. The lady go tell me, what you tell me, what do you use again?
Priority.
Priority first. I say, excuse me. I said, the lady is 82 years. The thing was approved. The lady has 3 miles choke. The heavy rain that party last time, was we half in the San Massacre. And I just want to say something bad, you know. You see these people and them, they're wicked and they're lying. I don't support them. I don't afraid to say it. And they really don't ready yet. And each and every one of them is a bunch of liars. Look the thing they know. Every time they went for the sun going, the lady had 3 miles choke. Hmm? 82 years. And you're telling me that. And when I called the housing down there, the woman used the same word for me. So I said, lady, 82 years. Every time the lady walking, she foot wiggling, she falling. So what is about you can give her the material? You tell me, go call me, you know, to pick it up by M&M. And as you say now, what, 10,000 for Asprey, 20,000 for St. Base. So what going ahead? That's old people.
Well, they don't care.
They really don't care.
Job don't care. You know, the guy said job in cabinet, job in parliament. And we know job don't care.
I don't listen to you every time, but I say no, I have to say something today.
All right, caller.
Okay, love.
Take care. Gates between 1967 to 1974. The color of the flag was blue, yellow, and green with a nutmeg in the middle.
The original, like well before this flag right now?
1967 to 1974.
Send me that, let me see that.
The color on the flag, Igwe.
So maybe that they want to bring back now.
Could be.
They put blue in the flag. We have a call on the WhatsApp.
Let's take it.
Hello?
Hello, good evening, gentlemen. How are you guys doing today?
All right, you go.
Not too bad.
That's good. I listen to you all regularly. Happy Independence to Grenada, to you all, to Real FM family.
Okay.
And someday I just can't believe what is really going on in my homeland. You know, in our homeland, I would say. It's just I don't understand. I guess Grenadians, they maybe they think, or some of them wanted change. So maybe sometimes, as Carl will regularly say, maybe we get the government that we deserve. You know.
Yeah.
And presently, I'm not living in Grenada, but I care very much. I remember I left Grenada in 1990 when, after the election, I campaigned for Nax Jerome. We lost the election, and after a few months later, I left Grenada. I regularly come to visit, but it is very sad what's going on. And as a child, when I was very young, during the independence, I was maybe 4.5 years old, so I could only say about the father of independence what I heard from my parents, other people talk about him. Some of the things I remember, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that, but some people say that he was also a squandermania. I guess I'm saying, and NDC, I think now is the biggest squandermania. I would say the way they're spending taxpayers' money. They have no care for the people. All they just care about is themselves to get money in their pocket. And it's very unfortunate that, my nieces will have to, my nephews, they will have to, even the kids will have to pay back that money sometime, It's not fair that they don't care about people. They just care about getting, I think they had just one intention. They wanted to get in power, and all they just want to care about food in the pocket. It's their time now, and even their supporters. When I have friends, and you talk to them. And I said, but do you realize what is really going on? It's like all of a sudden they're blind, they're dumb, they're deaf, they're not hearing anything. Everything they say, they're saying that everything is good in Grenada now. I said, okay, if that's your opinion, you have opinion, I have my opinion. But everybody can see.
Yes, it is clear.
I just hope, I just hope in a few years that that something, even with all this millions of dollars for independence, couldn't they put $1 million into education, even into sports, if they care about the young people of Grenada? Exactly. It's education is so money is only for them. Like with drones. Like today, I was coming home from work. I heard Ricardo Douglas was speaking, and then he spoke about 500 drones they're going to have, and they only have 3 people controlling the 500 drones, and so that's where the money, and to get people from the diaspora. Okay. I mean, come on, it's ridiculous. Anyway, guys, I'm listening, and you guys have a happy independence. And continue. Exactly, continue doing what you guys are doing.
Present the facts.
Bye.
Igwe.
Yeah.
Chatter say it has information to suggest that a company from the States was contracted to come down and do the drone display. They shipped a whole container with equipment. So you know mucho.
You know,
mucho
to clear that
dinero.
to ship that and
mucho
watch
dinero.
paper.
Meanwhile, people in the hospital under pressure. Let's go.
Some of the hospital bed and them no good going. The current system and the hospital bed and them.
Let's take the call.
Hello?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you today?
Hey, Wago.
No, not too
All right,
bad.
brother. I just want to know that God have a way of testing everyone in different ways, right? Me, I no pastor or anything of that sort. And in spite of the difference in religion you believe, right, there are certain things in common. You know, you may have difference of opinion or views or whatever you may see, but you and I, nobody have a right to hate any person. So what we see happen in and around us, and who knows, we pray that it don't, but maybe there are other things may even happen worse than this, that have to open the brain cells and eyes and ears of many to understand in one's life that hating your fellow man is a sin. Yeah? Everybody has a right of opinion in life, and we don't have to hate anybody or by hating anybody or disliking or vexing. That those things don't count in life. So what is happening in front of us is is giving you a waking call, and I hope a lot of people see what life is all about after this, what is happening around us. Have a blessed afternoon.
Igwe. We keep saying this thing here. We keep talking about corruption here. Now, in the budget, you don't take that call.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Hey, after Masakal, good afternoon. Masakal, it seems now like Gala, Party, and Faith is more important than this government helping the people come out from poverty, because all this money they spend to Faith and Party and Gala. People suffering wherever in health medication is at run low. The situation with the security at its lowest point, and many different sectors are at its lowest point. But the government is still the government don't pay no interest in that. Although the government pay interest to Fed. Every time we have a headache about a gala party, traveling, and the people in the country that need the government to assist them and to make life better, the government is looking up for them. Right? Only looking for to help themselves, help the packet, develop the packet, and develop the friend. Yes, we celebrated 50 years of independence. And to me, what I'm most important, I see that what we should do, celebrate 50 years of independence, try to bring people together. Bring people together. And that is only how, when we bring people together, the country will go forward. But when you think about, let us come together, unite. You have community development work taking place in all through the country. And what you are seeing, one group of people getting paid to do things. Right? And the people who really know how to organize things, they are living out because they perceive them to be anything. Right? And one of the most important and the biggest culprit of that massacre is the government. Is the government that are doing that. So you see, in one breath they talk about, well, let's come together, but in the other side of the mouth, in the doing, they speak hatred and division. So what's the color of it?
All right. You go listen to this now. I must make that point.
Yeah, go on.
Something echoing Igwe.
No, you're off.
I don't know, something giving a feedback here. Now, Igwe. The Jones was supposed to be a surprise. But all things in mouth boss, so it's not a surprise again. But listen, Igwe, listen where you're going with this thing. When Dennis Cornwall talk about the procurement policy or the procurement legislation to be adjusted move from $15,000 to $100,000. When we talk about it here, they say we're making noise. But listen to this. Now, the procurement policy with this company, what the company came and do the drone display and they ship down containers and all kind of thing. This thing must have 3 or more people bidding. How much people are bid for the drone? And it's government money, not deacon money. So you have to be accountable to the people. You will tell you corruption don't have statute date. So they get one of their friend. And listen to this, even the men and them don't have they behind them, they don't even give them the opportunity. They take somebody from outside. They get one of their friend to come and do it. And he say, a default government only help themselves. The family and the friends, they consider. Get it thing he was in St. Lucia. And because he would say that, not me. He say a default government help the friends, the family and themselves. So the drone thing, whose family? Is the company? Whose friend is the company? Or maybe one of them here, one more you have a company over there, we don't know.
Drone?
Yeah. How now by them fellas listen, you must listen. When Glenn Noel talk about Deacon the first time, he say he had deep pocket. Why deep pocket? Plenty money. You telling me that? So why you can't have a company? Why you trying Igwe?
Drone.
The man say the man had deep pocket. I don't know how deep. Maybe like Victor Newman on Young and Restless.
Yeah.
Pocket was
mean,
deep.
real deep.
So they put nothing behind them, but Igwe are talking about the procurement policy. How many people bid for the drone? What is the cost to display the drone? And that company will bring on the container with equipment. What kind of money is we talking about, Igwe? Because this thing was supposed to be a surprise. Everybody should have been in Queen's Park and just see the drone and them appear. But the mouth boss, the mouth boss, they eat all crew. So yeah, it's slippery. Let's take the call.
If we do not recruit our young people and get them active in politics, you will end up with reluctant politicians or politicians by default. And when they become politicians by default, usually the only thing they're interested is in themselves, their friends, and their family.
Right there. So the company will bring the drone. Is it a friend? Is it one of them? Or the family Igwe? Was it sole source? Was there a bid? How much it was?
Let me take the call.
Yeah.
I have a next one on the WhatsApp.
I take it.
Hello?
Yeah. Me? Hello?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Didn't you know that procurement policy was changed?
When they change it?
Are you living over yonder?
When they change it?
Recently now.
When? They go in parliament and change it?
I don't know how they do it, but they did it recently now.
It's a legislation, you must interfere it in parliament, man. They could do things.
But yes, because
they give nation builders money before they become a company.
Them change the whole settings so to allow what is going on to go on. They changed it. Somebody else going to call you and remind you. Remember the other day you tell me, no. This time somebody else will call you and remind you. Those things were changed to accommodate.
So the place in Imagahani Road,
we have 22 million to spend, How you expect us to spend it? We must give some of our friends.
So we could oil some gate in Imagahani Road there? I don't know.
Man, watch.
A chatter tell me that you have to ask if you could go ahead and oil some gate in Imagahani Road. I don't know what he mean. I only seen what he see. How I buy so I sell.
No, the chap, our prime minister is brave. And all them other liars in Grenada are afraid of him. All of them are afraid. They say nothing. They say nothing because they're afraid of him. That's what is going on here. All the liars are afraid of him. I don't know what about him that they're afraid of.
But let me tell you something. A lot of man
he make more money than them.
A lot of man afraid Goliath.
A small man. Yeah,
but
no, I just tell you, a lot of man afraid Goliath.
I know, but the fact that he make more money them. They respect him. I think this is what?
Listen this.
Later.
Listen this. Don't go yet. Stay there. You gone?
Uh-huh.
Listen
Not
this.
yet.
When an investor applies for a CBI passport, there's a fee. And the fee is held in escrow, that means in a bank account. And until the person get approval, the agents will not get the money. Mitchell and Co and them is agents. Dennis Khan, all of them had something with agents. Miss Sandborn, all of them is agents. So, when you hear the amount of passport they sell, that means agents make money. Follow the money, you know.
Yeah.
So, they go approve, and the man who approve or could approve stands to benefit as a beneficial owner.
Yes.
So, the more passport he approve, that is why they approve more passport in 1 year than the NNP did in a lifetime. And who are the main agents? Check it out, and you will see why that you go follow the money thing. The main agents.
Yeah, I understand.
So this whole procurement thing is like gravy for the boys. So they could bring in a company to fly the drone in secret. So if they mountain bus or one of them mountain bus, you not know that just see drone and feel it was free.
Hold on. I don't think it's a company to do it now. I think they make it possible that one person could do it, you know.
No,
they could have one person here.
We're talking about the company what came and display the drone. And soul sourcing could be done by giving somebody for 100,000 from 15. Before that, if it past 15, 3 prospective persons must apply. But now they could just give it to anybody. Give it to the
anybody,
friend.
That's right. That's it.
All right.
That is it. I didn't realize you had that one.
But hold on. But listen this again. Because listen this again. They even charging people $50 extra on license. And there is no legislation change. They're doing what they want. They might afraid them in shoot. Yes, caller. Thanks. Have a good evening.
You're welcome.
Let me take the next call.
Hello?
Hey, Master Call.
Yo.
Yeah, what going on?
Me day here.
Yeah, I know you're there, man. I hear you, man, loud and clear. Master Call, what I just want to talk about is 2 things briefly. First of all, I want to mention there is a certain lady that goes around from St. Andrews, and she goes around different constituencies. I don't know what is her role, but sometimes she run people, she costs people, and she's not recognized plenty by a lot of people because she has not conducted herself very well. And that is one of the issues. I'm not going to call him, and I know you know who I'm talking about. It's a lady.
You're trying to involve me.
All right. Oh. Secondly, let me leave that one there.
Yeah, and you see, let me tell you, I go address that one. You see, what that person preaching is not something we should follow. We call for all hands on deck right now. Because we hear all what the NDC doing. You know? They bring company with drone. They taking money without fixing legislation. They giving her nation builder Inc. That is the things we have to talk about.
Okay.
That is the things we have to defend.
Okay, listen that now.
Yeah.
Coming back to that, the main point that I want to make now.
Yeah, make your substantive point.
Right. There is a well-known Calypsonian who is a police. I don't know if he's still a police. He's supposed to be a relative of mine too. He sing a song about Aldong. You remember the song Aldong?
Yeah.
Right.
You sing Keep All Your Square too.
All right. I ain't calling them, you know.
I don't call them, I sing a song. I didn't name of a song.
All right. No.
The truth need no legal advice.
You know, like my good friend in St. David's that has to do dialysis.
Yeah, how that thing went Saturday?
I'm going to tell you about it, man. I'm going to
All
talk
right,
to you
okay,
about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He has to do dialysis too.
Mm-hmm.
And about 3 times a week too.
Mm-hmm.
What they do is that they didn't take away the contract that he has. They add more to him so he could pay for his dialysis.
Mm-hmm.
And I as I said already, I'm giving you facts.
I hope you are your facts. Don't come here and whoop and bullshit.
This gentleman, they add more to his contract, so he has more work to pay for his dialysis.
Well, let me say they bless him. They bless him. He have a blesser.
Okay.
He was blessed.
But the young man in St. David's, they give him notice.
Maybe he should go and sing song. He should sing calypso, so he might get through.
Yeah, 25 grand and things.
He was a Calypsonian, but maybe he should have sing something different. Anyhow. Yes, they take away what he has. So they give him nothing. And after 1 month, he's no longer required by the ministry to do anything. Now, what that shows me, what that tells me, is that how negative, how
wicked,
disheartened,
heartless,
how heartless,
brazen.
Oh gosh, man, these guys and them, how you could do a thing like that? Take away from the man.
Utter contempt.
Both of these two men has to do that. You add more to one because you're playing party politics. Because one sing for you, one sing against the NNP, one singing for you. You add more to him so he could survive, and you're allowing a next man to die. This is ridiculous. Come on, people. Grenadian, get up and understand the problem that we face. Understand what the present leadership of this country is doing to Grenadians. A government gets into office to govern not for one section of people, not for party friends or party hawks. And I go finish tell you, when the NNP was building bathroom and toilets, they did not build for NNPites only. They target the poor and vulnerable. They target the infirm, those who sick on wheelchair, those who is elderly. They didn't ask whether they were supporters of the green or yellow. I know for a fact they build bathroom and toilet for elder citizens first. Those who on wheelchair, the blind, the one hand, and these kind of people. That is where they started. And they spread the joy to blind people, 1 foot people, one hand people, young or old.
All right, caller.
And let me tell you, it went well.
Okay.
It went well.
But we have to continue. You see, what we need to do now is simply this. Look after one another because the government is not doing it. So we have to come together and ensure that the weak among us is being looked after. Those means who does not afford them, we try to provide collectively. And then and only then, we'll be ready to rescue the country. So thank you, caller.
Okay.
Igwe. A chatter on the street say the caller talk about this police, you want to know where this police working, ask the commissioner. But listen this. I used to wonder why this present government was embarking on marching of the police force. When you hear what they're doing, they're taking $50 without changing the law. So the ordinary, if the government doing that, why should the police charge the ordinary man for crime? You are one there? It's sad.
It's sad.
It's real sad.
A school child want to know when they paying the light bill for the bathroom and toilet in Victoria. Because that's what they using every day and the current go almost 3 months now.
We going up and up. Cost of living. We going up and up. The minister's salaries going up and up. Good afternoon, caller.
Carl Keaton.
Hey!
Igwe.
Hey!
Where is Mr. Devon roaming?
Now he had some things to do. He couldn't come.
To hear him to on the...
Yeah. He'll be here next week. He couldn't come this week.
Okay, listen, man. I want to have 2 points to raise with you.
Yeah, raise it.
I went to church this morning.
You went to church?
Yes, I'm a churchman. You didn't know that?
No, but right now I will find Jesus for myself. Eh?
Well, I find him for myself.
Right.
Listen, man. So, at the time they ask them, raised by the raise of hand, the citizens, the returning citizens for the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
I see some people going there because the ignorance come in my mind one time, but I say me don't say nothing. I see between 6 to 9.
Okay.
And looking at them, I know they worse off than me. Because, no, listen, if you go in the States, you're supposed to go there to make money and come back and enjoy yourself here, you and your family.
Yeah.
I never hear a man go in the States to work hard in coal and come back just for independence, to celebrate independence.
And they're still asking you to buy beer for them.
Right, right, exactly. In any case, I see the raise up about 9 hands. During a little further down in the service, a lady came and spoke. I ain't calling name, but if you look up for all yourself, you know the Catholic Church. There is something in the diocese. There is a station that does bring the
bring the service. Yeah.
Right. If you look there, you go see what I'm talking about. The lady she started talking about so Eric Geary, the 1974. That is the independence. And you know who was the 2 names that was mentioned with Sir Eric Geary?
Who?
Maurice Bishop and George Brizan. What? Partner, let me tell you something. I know I did in the church to follow Jesus. Lord have mercy. I get one piece of ignorance in my mind, and I said, let me just cool myself. And after that, the lady leave and she go, and well, things went on until they come to a close.
Okay.
I'm really surprised these people are them the way they getting on. But you know what? You know what I really would like to see happens? It's 2 parties you have in Grenada. It's 2 parties. You're not 2. It's 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out.
Chief in, chief out.
Right, but I like to see, they discharge Sir Eric for squandermania.
Yeah.
I want something like that happening.
Yeah, man. Corruption don't start you did.
Money will be spent, and a lot will have to answer question.
Yes,
Take care of yourself for my night.
All right.
Eagle, the stars in the top is Geary, Bishop and Blaze. The star in the bottom is Ben Jones, Braffit and Brizan.
By 6.
And the one in the center is Dr. Keith Claudius Mitchell, the Right Honorable.
That is it.
So whether they talk about him or not, the people know.
That is it.
And the whole up and up, Igwe. Yes, up and up. What is up and up is cost of living. Paying bills and things, up and up. The minister's salary within 2 years, they get around $7,000.
Up and up.
Up and up retirement from the police force. Up and up the level of stress among public officers and the ordinary people in Grenada. That what is up and up. Let's take the call. Good afternoon.
Yeah, up and out. It's time to get out. Get the hell out. You know, well, after this, when I talking about where Morris Bishop come in with with independence. Everybody know Morris Bishop vehemently opposed independence.
They know?
And that we know too how, well, I'm thinking of as far as I'm concerned, I'm vexed about George Brisson.
No,
George Brisson is okay and the old NDC is all right. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't have no problem with that.
Mhm.
It's these new sets that jumping up and people swear that Johnny come lately and jump on 2 days before election and want to pay, they're so heavy. But I'm studying George Brisson. But I don't know how Morris Bishop come with that. When everybody knows Morris Bishop. Anyway, what I want to call you to say, since when I read the budget and 2 things I talked about and people was vexed, Sean to me, and stood out to me, it was over $20,000 a month that the political leader, I hear all you saying about beloved Prime Minister, well, they're all you and all your business, all you could say, beloved, they're all you. You won't hear me saying that, you won't hear that on a green donkey. When I look at the budget, over $20,000 a month, because I calculated the figure, and I found that was so reckless and irresponsible, because I went up to that place one day because a neighbor of mine used to stay up there, and I know the president and ambassador, he was up there, and the man lived up there, and it's a extravagant place. It had swimming pool. I don't know what it is now. And I know, I live here in Santa Fe where I am really, and I know the official residence of the Prime Minister is empty. You have 19 months, I find they just should at least able to renovate it.
Yes.
Yeah, I find it's overdue. I mean, come on, $20,000, not over $20,000, not even say $10,000. I think is ridiculous. $20,000 while allegedly people sleeping on the floor in the mental home. When it rains, people have to shift around in Maribor, where also, well, in any case, I ain't going through the whole thing, because you all know the health system stinks and it's in shambles. But what apart from that is the extravagant. When I look at the budget, and I've been talking about it, and everybody keep on saying, well, they keep on saying, well, how and then NP in a class, and how I can do things Japa. That's what they tell me, Papa Joe. I can do Japa, and how we have class, and we this and that. But I want to tell all you this, Jones, or whatever it is, all you doing, whatever this 12 million. 12 million under this, and who's got to pay back for it? The same hungry mouth people.
We are not to pay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on, the so-called same hungry mouth people, mouth on the ground people and beggy. Well, all you sit down and in all your mansion over the hilltop and not even some coming down and connect with the people and just having a good time. Free concert, free this, free that. I spoke about it originally, not only on this station, on other stations. Well, think about, I can't make child, a baron, looking for man, all kind of things. Not even dealing with what I say, deal with the issues, not with whether I can make child or not, because that is so wrong. I could swallow your ass for that because you have no evidence. But that is not the thing here. But going back to the original thing that I'm really upset about, every time I see this extravagance, this one-time reckless spending, and people are suffering. People, the hungry people, the people who sometimes people have one meal, and we have to pay back for it, and all you just cocking up all your foot and having a good time. And I can't support this kind of a thing. I don't care who the hell vexed me. I can't support that. I find that all the spending is too reckless, irresponsible, and I really wish that some way that could have stopped this, but it doesn't make much of a difference now, because the health and I understand this drone business is some company that's from abroad. It's not no local person as I hear all maybe somebody tell all you. It's a cost. What, do we have to have some drones and this and that, all this among the thing? Well, people are hurting, Deacon Mitchell. People are suffering, Deacon Mitchell. The allegations that people are sleeping on the wet concrete floor in the mental home, where people are mixed up together with those that have the drug abuse people and the people who are mentally ill, and the people sleeping on the floor, and oh God, you're taking my money to do this kind of a thing. And on top of that, I am that put you there. I'm not ashamed to say that. And it's because of me enjoying what you can today, and this is what you're turning around and doing. This is not nice. I mean, people are viewing you right now as oppressing the poor, because everything that you do, people interpret it as it's designed to oppress the poor. And it's I that put you there, and I am not happy with you. No, I can't support that. I'm not ashamed to say that. Because I am an old person of the NDC party. Yes, I'm not ashamed to say that either. And it's because of me and people like Jenny and all these people. We together. We keep that party together because that party had nothing. It's not it's not a party that had money. And it's because of us. You was there, my friend. You stand tall on the shoulders of me and Marie. Hard work. You come and you inherit the fruits of my labor. And you come and inherit fruits of my labor, and this is what you're doing to people, and spending a set of money reckless and irresponsible. I can't support that, and I don't care who the hell vex. I can't support that. So I find, and on top of that, this language that you hungry mouth and mouth on the ground. Look, if I don't say already, I say it on here, and I say, if George Brizan was alive, my friend George Brizan, he had a disciplinary committee, and we'd have hauled your ass before that disciplinary committee and throw you out. Because you can't use those kind of language in Parliament. It is hurtful. And I don't have no apologies for saying so. It's not that I hate you or wish you evil or whatever it is. But I, as an old NDC, I can't support this kind of thing. You have to do better than otherwise, as far as I'm concerned. You talk about getting up, get up, and keep moving. When they say, Sparrow, so take your bundle and leave and go. Don't stay here no more. Get out. Thank you, my friend.
All right. Igwe. The police want to know. Police Welfare Association had election over a week ago, and the result not yet known to the general body. But persons are being summoned to a meeting with the High Command. Is it a situation where the persons that are being are trying to fix the result, to put the loyalists and puppets in place? This was the lowest voter turnout ever, and the police really want to know what's happening. The police also want to know why they sending the probationers to police events like the free fete in the park. They're taking advantage of people, children, all how you turn. We are one day again, let's take it.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah, man.
Good afternoon, Igwe.
Blessings.
A little piece on independence.
Yes.
It's just a little different. Gary make sure that we gain independence in 1974. As a result, it comes with guaranteed gratuity for pension and all these kind of things. With the Constitution. Bishop came and he suspended the Constitution, and John just suspended the Constitution. But he removed that pension thing, and he brought in a new thing, which they call the NIS. But today, we see that people praising Morris Bishop, like if Morris Bishop is the one that today caused people to get pension. It's that same guy, Gary, that makes sure that in that Constitution, we were guaranteed a pension. Keith Mitchell is not the one who removed it. He was not responsible for removing it. The responsibility came on him to try to get it back and find that money to pay it and to work that system back to pay it. But it was Morris Bishop that moved it. That hero they call Morris Bishop, who took away the Grenadian people pension and suspend the Constitution.
Morris Bishop did that.
It is Morris Bishop. And we must understand that. So a lot of these people today who see Morris Bishop as that hero, he is not a hero of your pension. Because he is the one that removed it. And you all must stop blaming Keith Mitchell for this pension thing. Keith Mitchell is not the one that removed it. Keith Mitchell is the one, remember, who put the money in the treasury there so that Deacon could have come and just pay it and do what he wanted.
Keith Mitchell has started the conversation on pension restoration.
So we have to remember that, and our children must. Keith Mitchell has nothing to do with the suspending or removing of the Grenadian people pension. Thank you, Igwe. It was what we call Morris Bishop who did it. And we must give Jackie jacket, and that is part of Morris Bishop jacket.
That is it.
Thank you.
All right. Talk the truth.
Talk the thing.
Talk the truth.
Yes, Igwe. The drones. There's a question I need to
all
ask
I know
you.
it costs.
A chat, I want to know if there was any guns in the container with the equipment of the drones.
Jesus
because you see
Christ.
the thing coming in.
Jesus Christ.
They what they want to know. I only asking what they want to ask.
Yeah, you know?
It's not me. Let's take it.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Hey, Carl, what going on?
Yeah.
You know, boy, what I see they doing, boy, I see in my area here, I see Wicked Mitchell and Gary was on thing by the post office. They pay me wallet and they just wipe out the man's face, you know. 2 of them people face, you know. They just, what I tell them, I'm making it clear to them.
Some on the west.
Yes, absolutely clear to
I
them.
hear
If
that,
we go back, we put in it back.
Yeah, you have to
and
put
then
it
we
back.
see they take it out.
Yeah, you have to put it back.
We putting it back.
I hope it's not Jonathan or they behind nothing.
Yes, we putting it back.
Jonathan, if you are doing that, stop it.
I don't want to accuse him, but you know.
But if it's
putting
him,
it back, I telling them we putting it back. They just wipe out the man face here and Gary and they just leave it there, but we putting it back. I'm telling them that and I'm making it absolutely clear that it's going to go back. It's going to go back. We putting it back. Gary is the founder. I know I was born in 1963 and I know everything about Gary. I know that. I know everything about Gary and I know everything about Kit Mitchell. I know all that Kit Mitchell did for this country. Kit Mitchell struggled hard for this country.
Very.
So I don't bother with these people and them whatever they do. And that's the one thing. You ever hear people coming in Grenada and say the government give them a one-way ticket to come to Grenada to celebrate it?
And they tell them if they don't register, they have to go and register.
Tell me stupidness like this. And you asking me to go out and clean country to celebrate independence. I'm not doing it. Pay people to do it. I'm not. I, Dominic, say I'm not doing it. You understand? This man and them too mischievous and wicked boy. That's the worst I see in Carl. Anyway, that's the worst I see. That's the worst government that rule this country. Anyway, I'm listening to what you all.
Yeah,
Take
okay.
care.
Yeah, they give them a one-way ticket. And they tell them, watch, I have to go and register.
Oh, I'm glad. That's good for them to play.
So when my brethren tell me that, I say, brethren, so if you don't register, you can go back up. And them still asking you to buy beer for them, you know, Igwe. So even them should understand what these fellas are doing. Igwe.
I have a call on me.
Let me take it.
Hello? Hello?
They wasn't listening to the radio, man.
They'll call back. Have a next one again.
Let me take it, man.
Hello? Hello?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon. Master Carl, Sarge.
I simple squaddy.
Listen. Yes. Listen, I came on the program late, okay? I don't know if anyone had called to express our gratitude to the folks that came out yesterday to support the breakfast at the St. David's NNP office. It was well attended. Listen, we want to thank. I'm thanking on behalf of the St. David's NNP arm. I'm really thankful to the persons, the contribution, man. It was above all. It was above.
Yeah, man.
You know? And people passing just last night and they call out and say, hey, we're going to check you. We're going to check it tomorrow. You know? So things are happening for our brother.
And here's somebody from the States. I'll need to get in contact with you over the weekend. Because the next weekend, because somebody from the States want to donate something.
Yeah.
Right. So we gave the numbers. I would give it again, okay, before I go. But I want to share the sentiments of Dominic, my brother. You know, of the disrespect and the attempt to destroy, you know, our historical icons in this country who have started the thing. You know, I was talking to somebody who came from the United States last week, and they said that Dr. Mitchell left. When he said Kit Mitchell left all his business, all his, you know, his well-being, and all his social life in the United States, and come to Grenada only to go through this embarrassment and this. But, you know, I know Dr. Mitchell, you know, he's not going to pay them any attention because he's not that kind of revengeful person. Dr. Mitchell don't take revenge of nobody. Look what they have said about him. They try drugs. They try all kind of social ills against him. But they cannot get through. You know, the word of God says, God is for you. Who can be against you?
Nobody.
You know? And I want Grenadians to continue looking. I remember some more things they told us about Gary. I pick up gun and fight Gary. You know? So Matthew Gary, I pick up guns and go and make the revolution. You know? But it's after this whole thing was demise, we recognize that all the things that they said about that some Eric Matthew Gary was yet to be found true, you know, up to today. And the same thing, you see, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get our minds away from these two important leaders, you know, notwithstanding all the other leaders who have served, all the other members who have served this country with distinction. You know, hats off to them. Hats off to them. So the numbers, let me give you the numbers again. 536 8652 8652 534 5116 535 6681. All right, so we can point them to others, you know, who once they come around, you know, they can make their contribution and it would meet our brother well.
All right, so our brother is doing good. He's much better now. Getting there.
Yeah, well, he was up there. He was up there yesterday. I didn't get the opportunity to see him because I had to leave because I had class at 10 o'clock. You know.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So, but he came on the scene and he, you know, I understand that he's looking all right. He's doing good. Right. You know. Right.
So we have to take care of the family, man.
Yeah, man. We are Grenadians.
All right, kudos to you guys, man.
Yeah, man.
And continue the good works.
Yes, my brother.
All right.
Yes, bro. All right.
Bless. Bless. Peace, my brother.
That sounds really good, Grenadians.
Yeah, that is really nice.
We are Grenadians.
No, not only Grenadians, we have to take care of your own.
Come on, man.
Because the government will do it. You have something there again for me?
No, it will get.
Yeah.
I like that, man. You know what I mean?
This administration is trying to whitewash history.
Baby daddy didn't get a ticket.
Then the person, we have to wake up. Because history shows the dictators always trying to rewrite history to justify the excesses. We can't allow losers like them to write history, man. Let me take it.
Hello?
Hello? We can't allow losers like them to write history. Listen to your phone and not the radio.
Hello?
Listen to your phone and not the radio.
Yeah.
All right.
Igwe?
Hey.
Igwe?
Hey.
You all right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Carl, we want, we're making a little, we want to donate some money for that man what we did dialysis.
Okay.
Okay.
In England, yeah, you know, so.
You took the number?
No, that's what we want to get the number, really, you know, to.
You took the number, Digger?
Yeah, I took two of them.
So.
534-8652.
You have something to write?
534.
Yeah. 534.
8652.
8652. And the bank is. What is the name of the bank again?
No, that's the number to call to get the bank info. You have to contact that person.
Okay, right.
When you call that person, go get the bank info.
Yeah.
Yeah. Master Carl.
Hey.
You okay?
Yeah, man.
Well, the boys in England, they don't want you master again, you know, they want you to be saw.
What, a graduate?
Yeah, but we having a publicity campaign.
So get a knighthood.
Yeah, we put in a name to you title, man.
Soccer.
What?
Soccer, man.
Yes.
I am humbled.
Right, in England, the people and them like you very much, especially my boys. But one thing what baffling a couple of them, that backward rider would go and say that the opposition having a meeting to tell the people and them not to come to the independent.
Oh lie, man.
Oh lie.
Yes. But the opposition have to get really on the skin now, because a lot of things they say, what they're doing, they don't come out and say this thing, but they have the deputies and the master
Yeah, man.
saying
Yeah,
that,
man.
you see? And they don't come and say nothing. Yeah. Carl, I got some African shots for you. What is your size, Igwe?
He's a big guy.
I want to get some.
You have my number?
No, I don't have your number.
Take my number, 404.
404, right?
2642 and you'll call me.
2642, right?
Yeah.
Okay then, right. Okay then.
Okay,
Igwe?
big guy. Well, once you get to me, you get to Igwe.
Yeah.
Chichi and Pepe, one dog name.
Chichi and Pepe.
Right. Yeah, okay. Then.
All right.
Nice
All right,
day.
brother. Yes, sir.
We listen to you in England, man. Okay,
right.
then. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.
I want to know, Igwe, as someone who has to pay for meals in school every day, I want to know when the free school meals promised by the government will materialize, because I could spend money on June. Feed school children. You want to call it?
Yeah, we do.
Let me take it.
Hello?
Hello, good day.
Hi, how you doing?
Yes, not bad.
Okay.
I just want to compliment the St. David's
Yes.
National Women's Organization
Great.
really stepping up and do all they can to assist Stocky. Is one of us. I just want to let you all know that Sheldon Talking Point, Sheldon has his banking account number. The family had sent it to him.
Okay.
Well, the person listening, they go think it.
406-5422. That is Sheldon number.
Yeah.
And call, because we don't like every and anybody collecting money on their behalf. The family has sent the banking account, and I'm also leaving that number of his aunt, 416-3209. That's Miss Gloria Douglas from Laura. Yes. So, it's good to collect and to tell people, but it's very important that the money goes to his account and his family is aware of it.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't like 10 and 15 people out there talking and collecting.
Yeah, we
Money
understand
must
that.
go on his account.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'd like you all to liaise with Sheldon and y'all get the banking number.
Well, we gave the gentleman the number to call, so they're going to give him all the information.
Yeah, but I'm telling you that the family had given Sheldon Talking Point.
Okay.
So I just asking you, Igwe, to liaise with Sheldon for the number.
Yeah, I
and
could do
then
that. I just messaged
you
you.
all could take it from there. But I don't go different people just, collecting the money, go to the account, and the family must know. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
So Igwe, the people go get the thing. We don't have no dog in the race. We don't collect no money. Okay?
No. They'll get it.
Yeah, Igwe. So the people want to know by them, man, and say, well, if we paying them thing, how come they have a lot of money and they don't give you no independent treat in school?
Yeah.
You know when you growing up every independent,
Yeah.
they show on them bread and peace and everything. There are so much funds. Why? Why? But people are say what we paying for meals every day in school. The government promise free school meals, because all you have money now, you can make excuse and say you don't have funds, and then it can say the finance officers don't make up the thing in time. No. And the police I'm talking about the welfare thing, they say election go long. But they calling some people up there. Was they trying to rewrite history or whitewash history? You have some people in Grenada. But when you mention independence, the name must be mentioned. And you have some Igwe. When you mention independence, you cannot mention the name and independence in the same conversation, Because up there, what they did. By the deeds, by a deeds shall a man be known. If your brother asking for bread and you giving him stone, people will know. So when you're talking about independence, you can have a proper independence conversation without E.M. Geary and Dr. Mitchell. I can tell you, the man tell me the stars in the top is Geary, Bishop and Blaze. He tell me those in the bottom is Ben Jones, Braffit and Brizan. And he tell me the star in the middle is Keith Mitchell. I don't know what he mean by that, but I only saying what he tell me.
But it makes sense.
I don't know. That's what the man said. The man tell me, make sure I say that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The man say, Master Carl, if you don't say that, I'll get vexed.
That's the flag.
So I say, and that's the flag. I don't know who symbolizes the nutmeg. He tell me that the stars on the flag. I don't know how I buy, so I sell. I ain't thinking. Who is that company? What responsible for getting this work with the Jones? When they send down, what they say, the containers, was any guns or ammunition in the container? That's what the people want to know. I don't know. They asking those things, like I say in recent times. A chatter on the street that information to suggest a container was being looked at, a surveillance was done, and all of a sudden, the container went missing. So I don't know if that any connect. I don't know if there's any connection to that container, as they say, allegedly, and the Jones allegedly. I don't know. I only could ask what they say. So somebody who might know, call and tell us what you know. You understand, Igwe?
Let me get it straight.
Yeah, because the police demoralized right now. Because the police, they didn't even give the police some pins in.
Imagine that.
Watch. Igwe, listen to this thing, eh? There are some people in this country who face the electorate on election day and the people reject them. They say, we don't want all you. But you see the same set of people in schools pinning the pin on people's children. And the RGPF
get left.
What I want to say, I can't say it on the radio. How I want to describe it, radio, this radio is not the place for it. Because I would tell them just how the people feel about them. And the fact that all these bosses on the motorcade empty. That's how the people feel about all them. So stop fooling all yourself. The people ready to make a decision to make all you go already any day, anytime, anyhow. That is it. Anytime I look call election, the sun done.
I tell you yesterday when the motorcade passing, a man calling me on gates. One tom. I say, yeah, 1 tom. I'll have till a week here. 1 tom.
Are you spending all kind of money on June?
1 tom.
Are you buying medication for the hospital?
1 tom.
School children can't get nothing. The police can't get a pay and grade. I don't know. Right? They say the gala again. Independence gala, what? No independence music playing? I don't know. I wasn't there.
We have a history of independence music.
You have a rich history?
Very rich history with independence music.
They say even the boy when the crown recently music didn't play in. And you know how them fellas them see the thing, Igwe. They just making the thing like in cock and bull. Igwe, let me take a
short break.
Short break and come back. We had a lot to chew on.
Is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize, they say, the new driver cannot drive. Well, of the 33 chosen passengers, Ramnath, Pandey, Humphrey and Sudama, they wouldn't let the poor driver drive in peace. They distracting him and wouldn't cease. While he driving, they hitting him some big cloud. So he stopped the maxi and put them out. And to discuss their fate, they went to drink us straight by a club called 88. The driver called his sweet mouth friend Flash Gordon to give him some driving lessons. Flash appointed himself as the conductor, pushing around them passengers. Meanwhile, the car running about helter-skelter. Pedestrians started to scatter. Ellis Clark had to jump and run to stay alive. He says, the new driver cannot drive.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, yes again. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up mobile. They unleash the lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get it right.
I have a message for the Honorable Prime Minister Igwe. The current disposition of the Deacon-led administration is to embrace the diaspora and screw the local people. Mr. Prime Minister, if, and I have a caveat here, if you're going in Gala and you're seeing people and asking them if they're green, stop it.
You doing that?
I don't know. I tell him if. I don't know. Because not only yellow people are in the diaspora. So though, if you're doing that, cease. Come on, telling people they're green. You vexing people for green. So that's why you're doing them. People are down here, what you feel is poor people chilling and you're green. That's why you're letting all that happen to them and you're pretending you don't know. So if you just do that, I don't know. There's information to suggest it is alleged that in Gala, my friend say, he's telling people that, hey, you're green. What's this place coming to?
He was just a mistake, man.
That's why today is a public holiday. Because I don't understand. So you don't want your green people in the diaspora? Boy, I'm scared that tongue. I'm scared that I could do to them. Tell you. Right now, I know so much thing about them, I'm scared.
Well, that 3 Calypsonian passed good last night. They get paid handsomely.
Well, yeah, they working for their
They
money.
working for their money too. You can't say nothing.
So, members of the diaspora, why is one-way ticket? Let me break down one-way ticket thing for me. Is a traveler?
I don't want no one-way ticket.
Break it down for me. I don't know.
A one-way ticket is you get a ticket to go, like you go to St. George's with
No. From New York to Grenada.
New York to Grenada.
Don't give me what no St. George's.
All right, one-way ticket from New York to Grenada.
So you have to pay your way back up.
Yeah, one way.
Oh.
You understand now?
So if you get your one-way ticket and you don't register,
you can't go back up.
Chances are you mightn't get the money to go back up.
Yeah.
But that's a good strategy. Put pressure on them, the diaspora. What I don't like, all you come out with a one-way ticket, don't come and ask people longer to buy beer for all you.
Don't ask for no stag.
Buy drinks. Bring drinks.
Yeah. Bring a bottle of Henny or something when you come
Some
in.
adult beverage.
Bring thing, let me drink.
Somebody say it seems as though the free tickets are this designed only for yellow people also. That's why they want to find out in Gala if you're green. So if you're green, they'll give you. If you're yellow or you're pretending to be yellow, give you one way. Then you have to register within the time. Okay. I kind of get it. Boy, I'm scared at all, you know. They made them just taking advantage on people. Why? I never understand why. And Mr. P asked the question, why this administration has embarked on political victimization. I don't see the benefit in that. Because as the Prime Minister know, we live in a small place. So somebody you might meet in St. George's and think them is Gates cousin. So you affect Gates too. But like them and them don't care. Like Job don't care. Why? I'm scared of tongue anyway.
I have a clip here to play for you from since the program started.
No, you have a call?
Yeah, we do.
Let's take it.
Hello?
Asaka.
Hey.
Happy New Year, boy. First, I'm calling you for the year.
Wago?
Adi. Kiwe.
Hey.
What's up, boy?
I do.
Masaka, you understand what's going on with this diaspora? I tell all you, diaspora spell like this. DIEASSPWRER. That's diaspora. Do your research.
Break it down, man.
Break it down, man.
You don't come here and prophesy and go.
Don't know what's that.
DIE is die.
Right.
Yes.
ASS is us.
Yes.
PWRER is poorer.
Oh.
That is what the diaspora they decide to kill people because they think we are asses and they want to make us poorer.
Because they say they go get rid of poverty.
But let me tell you something why they get them the one with tickets. You have some people up there, they can't come back home. So the government helped them to come back home. Everybody gave the one way ticket.
So they don't go back up?
They don't go back up. They give them money to come here because they couldn't come. Are you read that? Yeah, man, they couldn't come back here. So
you on to something?
You on to something?
They're pretending now they're supporting the government because they want help to come back home because they can't come back home.
So the Kerala could still curry?
I'm telling you, because otherwise they will not come and ask you to buy beer for them. They poor. They're not nothing. They broke. Have a good evening, partner.
Blessings. That man onto something there.
Yeah, man.
That man onto something there, Igwe.
So, I find a man. And one man buy beer for him. What going on, Gates? Not knowing. Them and them, no.
We getting the breakdown.
When I see me again, I'll say, brethren, level with me.
Yeah, man.
As your little brother, me unto you. So we no say you unto me. So level. Why you have to play for me, Igwe?
I have a clip here from a union person.
SRNO that came out addressing the minimum wage, removed the guaranteed $5 and has just put $60 a day. And a number of farmers are indicating that their understanding is that it is now $60 for a day, which they are saying is 7 or 8 hours. If that is the case, it therefore means that the agricultural worker pay has decreased. Because if you worked for 5 hours and you got $45 a day, and the minimum wage was designed to increase your rate, and the recommendation from the Wages Advisory Committee was that it should be $60 for the guaranteed 5 hours, that will be $12 an hour. So if an agricultural worker is expected to work for 7 hours a day, and you can go into a
So the government need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. These guys and them just more and more, so they need to fix the legislation. Don't just leave it so. Oh.
Sheldon Sylvester, good afternoon. I like that comment.
What you say?
Talk about it. That is true. Some people can't afford to buy a ticket. Some of them can't even pay a phone bill. $50, $30.
Huh.
So it's people that come back is people who really need to come. Basically. Some of them go return though, any.
Okay.
Understand?
Ah, boy.
Overs.
If you have something to look for me, I have a song to look for me. You got the things kind of in a state where it is beyond, because all the guys say about if you see the government making strange decisions, find out who pay for the rally and the big fete. So this whole independence thing and this 23 or $22.5 million, Mr. Prime Minister, we want to know who pay for the rally and the big fete and whose interest you're working in. We want to know if the person will get the contract or the work to fly the drone. If this person they'll pay for the rally and big fete. Let's take the call. Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Carl and Mr. Igwe.
You are going, Clifford?
Go ahead.
You good?
Well, for the time being.
Have you attended any of the functions so far?
No.
Were you on the motorcade?
No.
Okay.
I attended a service in Victoria this morning, but the Anglican Church from Guelph together with the Anglican Church from Victoria. We joined as one today. That's the only thing. And there were people with colors there. That's the only thing that I attended.
Okay.
It was just our denomination, nothing to do directly with independent, but we did the theme of the ministers of the preacher's address was an independent. So, but I can't say that I attend any of the government planned meetings, and I'm somewhat disappointed to some extent. I'll say something that may not please everybody, but it's just my human way.
All right.
I saw Miss Nadia Benjamin came in. I saw the roller in a wheelchair from the airport, and there was a get together for the schools two of the schools in St. Andrews, Lafayette and Parklet. And I saw Miss Delma making an address to the children and telling them about Miss Benjamin was the parliamentary representative there, and that she is now in and whatnot. Very good to ritualize that and to let the children know that and whatnot, that she have following Miss Benjamin's footsteps and whatnot. But I see a lot of hypocrisy in those things, and I ain't feeling happy, because the fact is, whereas what Miss Delma Thomas is not live, she is the representative now. You have a thing for St. Andrews, and you hand-picking people, and you have parliamentary personnel in St. Andrews. No. No. For instance, you have not ministers, but members of parliament. Who is there, like Miss Pierre and Miss Caitlin Lewis, who are parliamentary representatives now. Why was there not an invitation to them? If you're talking about schools in St. Andrews, you're talking about people in St. Andrews. Why was that not? There was sometime this week, Miss Tay was on radio again, and she expressed that she was not invited to any of the function as parliamentary representative for the areas. You know, and other person was allowed to go and have pictures and whatnot. This is not good. You can't do those kind talking about togetherness and all this kind of nonsense. We ain't seen that kind of togetherness there. And I'm worried over that. I'm concerned about that. And you're saying let us come together and not to divide the country. But that's where you're dividing the country in that respect. And I'm really saying that right now, to me, the way the celebrations are going is that we think in one way. You have one set of people that trying to take the fame for what has happened 50 years ago. And you're singing that to the children with very little mention of Mr. Gary and Dr. Kip Mitchell and other personnel. I think I hardly hear anybody talk about Hubert Blaze. So I am not sure that we educating the children in the best way possible for them. And I'm not sure that is where it's going to bring unity. So I am telling you that this government is going to fight very hard to remain in power by all means. They're going to fight very hard. The NMP as a party will have a lot of fight to do to really, really hold back the reins of power in this party. One of the reasons I'm saying that is that the Prime Minister, the present Prime Minister, when he makes mistakes, when he says things that is wrong, he's not prepared to come on the air and say, okay, that was a mistake, that was a thought out of me, and whatnot. He's doing like if he forget what he said. So they're painting their own image into people, and they expect that to follow. A radio personnel, which I don't want to call her name, was saying sometime last week on the air that to get into independence was a smooth get you because Mr. Gary knew before the election that he'd have got you because the British government told him to go and get a mandate. Once he get the mandate from the people in the election, they will consider it. So this was a smooth get you to the independence. And we know that's a lie. Election, the getting up independence was they had also light torch and gas lamp and whatnot. Delco. We know that. We know there was a long struggle with people losing their life and whatnot. So to give people impression that it was a glorious revolution that to take over from Gary, it is not true. So I'm believing that we're sending the wrong signal to people, and therefore people are catching on that. And I am not prepared to go on with. But I am prepared when this government do things that is right, that I'm satisfied with. I am prepared to say yes, it's a good turn for Grenada. But I'm not prepared. I am not prepared to just sit back and just say everything was all right, everything is all right with this government. This is not all right, and it wouldn't be all right, and it's going to be a struggle. That is why I'm saying I am satisfied that the NMP start making some progress now by getting their feet wet on the ground, and they have people there, and it's time for the NMP to organize themselves into a decent political party so that we know the constituencies are well taken care of. And that is where you want to push the thing from. If we don't take care of our constituencies, if we don't have leaders in the constituencies, we're going to have a hard time to get you. Lots of people that listen to your radio won't like to hear me say that. It's a reality, it's the truth. I can't hide it. We have a lot of work to be done, and I'm prepared to assist, but I'm not prepared to, nobody going to bung me in to tell me what to go and do. But the NMP as a party have to do a lot of work to in line or to overcome this fellow them, because they're not admitting to anything that they do that is wrong. That's the bottom line. They're not admitting. When they make them mistake, when they do things that they shouldn't do, no minister is come. You have come and say, okay, that was a mistake. We said that. All the things that the ministers and them say that is wrong. Not tell me one that came on the rear and say that we are faulty there. We have made a wrong mistake. We made a mistake there. Tell me one. I bet you all cannot tell me. So it is a hard and struggling matter. But things are not going well as far as. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. To the family of friend of mine named Apollo from Riverside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my thoughts and prayers are with you in your hour of need. Charmaine, Wagi, Dula and others.
Mm-hmm. You sick?
He died.
Oh.
He has transitioned. He can't only save him 3-2, you know?
Okay.
He's a guy, I think. We are one day again?
Yeah.
We take it.
Hello?
Afternoon.
Hey.
You disappear the first time.
Who?
You disappear and come back.
Why my phone in a charge?
Okay. I know something happened.
My phone in a charge.
Alright.
This is me now. The diaspora and them come in and see how Grenada looking. But they not the one-term government and make Grenada look like that though. Since after Dr. Mr. Gary come out in power and all the one-term government and them what pass never do what Dr. Mitchell do. So I don't know why some of them just say send 90, 94 whatsoever, 90 whatsoever they say. Up to now, the NMP don't do nothing. I show everybody proud to see how Grenada looking. When they come in Grenada, they can't tell themselves they're in Grenada, you know. They see that they still they in America. They in Grenada and they still looking as they in America. They're not watching how this little Grenada look. Huh? The one-term government don't do nothing to make Grenada look like so that though. And still that one come, don't do nothing again to make Grenada look like Grenada. So that's what they have to understand. Not the one-term government that make Grenada. Dr. Mitchell make Grenada a little America. And the little things are listening. What is one-term government doing? You go last week before I go to the medical station, you have to use the nurse's toilet because it don't have good door in the regular toilet for everybody to go.
Open Sipolka?
Open Sipolka. You sit down. When you sit down there, because how you going straight is straight the way everybody sitting down.
Chief in, chief out.
And you can't sit down there, so now everybody has to use the nurse's toilet. You ever see that?
And all that money spending on motorcade? They could buy a do?
Spending on all kind of things. They believe it dies all and they go come and say, up to which way?
Cost of living are going up.
Cost of living.
And the money what going up. And the people pressure what going up.
They give them the $50 and when Mountain Ridge they can't spend the $50.
Some they give the $50, not all.
Huh?
Some they give the 50.
Well, yes, I tell you, the $50 they give the some people there. They can't see it.
Alright.
They put $50 or about $5 on the money and them. They can't see it because the cost of living, the water, the light, everything is up, and they can't see
Water up, light up, cost of living up, people pressure up,
you know.
and the salary up,
And they don't understand what is the up, you know. Is the cost of living that's up, and they still can see the cost of living it is sky high, and while it's up. And some of us can't see, we can't understand, we can't. Before you open your mouth, them 2 ton on them, I don't know them Dover, them 2 ton, what so is their name? ready to devour you. I don't care what they say, no. But you see me, don't talk for me to hear.
Alright, caller.
Put them in their place.
Okay.
Right. See you later.
Igwe, a chatter on the street want to know if the reason the St. Vincent police band coming down here. Remember all you and they say
Yes,
the police?
yes.
Is it because they afraid them men and them the afraid of them don't come?
That true.
I don't know. I don't say it's true or not, but listen.
But that makes sense.
So I wonder why 2 parade rehearsal back to back was postponed.
So they bringing down a band
I don't
from
know. I
outside.
don't Gates. I don't suggest you not now. Only saying what I hear. Like I tell you, I'm only here to give the facts. What you do with the facts is a matter entirely for you. So they say the police band coming on from St. Vincent. According to my grandmother, St. Vincent. And I wonder why 2 parade rehearsal back to back was postponed. Because we say, remember we say, you don't give them people them some water? Talk start to move within the ranks and file. How about so I say, let me take the call.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Carl. Just one little thing that I left out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you all have heard that news, but there is news on the ground that the bank in Guam will be closed around March. Somewhere around there in the next few months, the bank in Guam will be closed. They will not be doing business in Guam again. And that, I am telling you, will hurt a lot of people. It is not something that, well, they're saying that they ain't making money. That is the talk out there. They had moved from 5 days a week to 3 days, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and Friday or something. So, and sometimes they only open 2 days.
All right, Clifford.
And that is going to have an effect on the people. Right? Because you have to use the teller machine. A lot of people can't use the teller machine. And apart from using the teller machine, a lot of people have with it. I think the government, whereas the government doesn't control banks, but if the government could do something, even perhaps a branch of the Grenada Development Bank with a clause in there to allow them to do lending or to give.
Clifford.
Yeah.
That is a serious indictment on the economy of Grenada.
That's what I'm saying to you, that I think it's going to be a...
So all them people are caught in the diaspora. Let it hear the diaspora. Let it hear.
It's a very serious thing, and I'm telling you, it's going to hit... When it really comes out, it's going to shock... Not shock God, because the talk is heavy around already, but it would not be a nice thing. Imagine some people live in closure, and they have to go and do business, and they come in Guam, and they can't do business in Guam, and they have to go in St. George's. And to leave St. George, you can't go in Victoria again. Imagine Victoria people that used to come in Guam, can't come in Guam. They can't go in Sotez. It is not a good thing. And I'm calling on this administration to do everything within their power to see what could be done to substitute a bank in Guam. So it's not government business to put on bank. But you have the Grenada Development Bank, which I think could assist. It is going to be
the development bank. We know the purpose they're using it for. Don't pretend, Clifford. Well, you know what they're using it for.
You know what they're using it for.
Don't pretend. You know who they're giving money.
I don't know. I hear what they're using it for.
All right, Clifford. Let me leave it at that. Watch. Igwe, the Vincentian police band had a rehearsal yesterday with the police.
With our police.
Yes.
The thing getting rusty. That is why they bring the police. Because they afraid the thing boss.
Man from Concord again, more guns. And the Prime Minister say that has nothing to do with him. So the guns go continue to be here because he said that has nothing to do with him. Not me. The Minister of National Security that the guns have nothing to do with him. And he have people that sit down by him and don't tell him nothing. Igwe, there's information to suggest. Because I tell you, Igwe, about its procurement and money. The $22.5 million. Gravy for the boys. There's information to suggest, Igwe, it is alleged, that some big NDC boys set up registered business just for the independents to provide services for the independents. I don't know. That chatters say it is alleged. They suggest that men just open business and business is business already for the independents. So business.
All right, thanks.
You understand? Yeah. I don't know. So is it true that some NDC big boys, I don't want to use what the MP does call them. I will stick with boys because they're small fry, they're commoner. So I go use boys. Had set up businesses, registered. Because we know money does give business before they register. Like Nation Builders Inc., we know money give them before they register. So those orders what register, are they doing any business of sole source for the independents, which the government is a client? I don't know. Because the people want to know, because I the people's spokesman, so they go ask me. The people's spokesman, so they go ask me. So they want to know if any big boys, either common or so that the word I could use here. The word I really want to use, I can't say it here.
You hit the nail on the head.
Were registered. Or business was registered. And those people are them doing business with the government of Grenada for independence. I don't know.
You hit the nail on the head.
It is amazing. I tell you, there's so much things I know what I shouldn't know. I was afraid. So to those, and I just protecting myself out of the abundance of caution. Allegedly, it is alleged. There's information to suggest I'm protecting myself that some men, big boys, registered businesses just before the independence thing, and are doing business with the government of Grenada for the independence. So the money, the $22.5 million, gravy for the boys. You know. When they bought them done with us on the treasury, it's cockapulling. You know when fall sleeping on a tree, you can't go below that tree, real cockapool on the ground. Ah, boy. When I election time come again, a lot of things go happening, and I hope they don't see how people victimizing them because they're doing a set of stupidness now. Up and up. Cost of living. Up and up the own salary. Up and up people blood pressure. Boy. Me scared at tongue. So we must tack those things and they make cost of living up and up. Retirement from the police up and up to now they don't give the police them. How my grandmother used to call it brooch. The pin. It's called a brooch. Yeah, I grew up with old people. They didn't know how to pin, they know how to brooch. The police don't get a brooch yet. And I attack and I love the police. All who the electorate reject, I had them pinning brooch on people. I hide Sir Eric between two palm trees in Dunfermline. A man, I telling a man why they put up a thing with him, the man arguing with me. The man tell me every day he passing I don't see it. I say next time you pass, stop and watch between the palm tree and the palm branch on them.
So you have to look fight.
Yes. All they offer the father of independence. But they offer people flipping ticket. People could set up company and register business and then get business. I heard them Americans say business.
Business.
Yeah. They could set up business and do business. And they're talking about procurement to move from 15 to 100,000. And people coming down here and try out June. But the mouth bust because they eat okra, so we know. So how much the June go cost? And the container coming down in equipment, so we want to know if any guns come in it. The people want to know if any guns come in that container. The people want to know if there was a container under surveillance on the port. And then it disappeared. The people want to know. Because intelligence gathering has gone to an all-time low in Grenada. Because all who could have do it, either they frustrate them to retire the work, or they transfer them.
The machine of the police.
The Minister of National Security, you have to know better than that. The advisor to the Minister of National Security and guns.
The machine of the
more guns. Plenty guns.
They mashing up the police.
Concord. We want to know what are the situation with guns in Concord. Because at Gates, I want the Prime Minister when he go and talk that stupidness. I come here on plenty programs and I try to tell him that his business. I break it down to him and tell him responsibility, security for the people of the Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. I tell him all that for him to understand and take ownership. And arrest the situation by the Gala. Chatter in St. Vincent Air for almost $1,000.
Mm-hmm. And don't go in.
And don't go in Carriacou thing.
Yeah.
But no, Master Carl making noise. I'm trying for him to do his duty, his responsibility. He's accountable. So one go on every time. But the people want to know if there's any correlation between the drone container, if there's any correlation allegedly between the one that was under surveillance and disappear, and is there any correlation with the guns? Because the police force mash up now. The audacity of the Minister of National Security. You don't even give the police a couple brooch. Independence celebration is on Wednesday to the Sunday. You don't even give them a couple brooch. All the thing about pinning, you don't even give the RGPF. You send in a set of recruit and now pass out to police all them free show on them. Like them is Rio, the free show king. So you say they don't get no money to go and walk in that show on it. Because them is Rio, them is the free show king. And they expect me, the people's spokesman, not to say nothing about it. So what I'm saying, I come here and give facts. What you have to do is to do your research and call Master Carl and say, you see that and here's what it is. Because I'm here to advocate for those who cannot do it for themselves. For those who means does not afford them. Because I want all there. And we come here and say it all the time. When I start talking about the RGPF and the people they bring in, those retirees, what had no claim to fame in fighting crime, everybody say I take inside. I have my political bias and I doesn't hide away from that. But when it comes to the nation, business, and issues of national importance, I have to speak. You have the wrong set of people in charge. And if you say, and they listen, you say, guns are nothing to do with you when you know they would have come in just a matter of time. Well, they have to go to, just like you. Because they have to tell you, sir, what you're saying is stupidness. What you're saying is not so, because you don't know. You're playing dummy, don't know. Because we say you inexperienced. We say you arrogant. And we say you lack institutional knowledge. And by experience of this country, the same period of governance you're boasting, they fall because of youthful exuberance, inexperience, arrogance, and lack of institutional knowledge. Mash it up 4 years, 7 months, and 19 days. Then you go and you boast in St. Lucia, who had power and they don't know how to use power. But you know how to use power, but guns, and you're telling the nation you know, that has nothing to do with you. Well, if you work too big for you, give it up. If you don't know what to do, ask somebody. Don't act like Alice in Wonderland. So every week is another gun thing. 4 roads, guns every night. What you doing? You telling the nation. Get a clip with me where you talk about that are nothing to do because they just want to pretend.
I've been saying this. Not because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region. And that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
That has nothing to do with you. You know about the guns. You know it's a matter of time. But it still has nothing to do with you. The advisor to the Minister of National Security, ask him what is he claim to fame in crime fighting or intelligence gathering. And you want to tell, and all you want to go and sit down there and spend all the people money. Sell how much passport because all you have link and friends who is agents. And unless you don't approve the passport, agents can get paid. So you're approving passport left, right, and center. Because you're a beneficial owner. And people mustn't say that. Yeah. And we mustn't talk about that. So you immune to corruption? Or you incorruptible? We must say that. So as the pastor does say, he does cry out in the wilderness. I don't cry out in the wilderness. I say in the thing. Who vex thing. You like to talk so much. COVID, chicken pox, and your leprosy eat by our neighbors. You don't tell any nation nothing. You lock down Radun and the mental hospital. You just say until further notice. You don't tell any people nothing. You bringing young people here in mass, you pay no one-way ticket and other thing. You know the situation out there with COVID. You don't want in the citizens of Green and tell them nothing. So it's like not your business. That has nothing to do with it. Once you is a beneficial owner of CBI, once your company is a beneficial owner, you're making money from the Russian, you don't care about nothing. Procurement, you want to move it from 15,000 to 100,000. You give Nation Builders Inc. $500,000 before they register. Now chatters on the street saying how much big boys register and they get in business for the independence. How this thing could be right? Once you have poor people, children struggling, you say you give them $200, you hear people saying, and you have a clip with our mom and say she don't get it, you get it. She don't get nothing. You say who gets 500 don't get it nothing. When you was on the opposite side, you say 650 don't know. And you still want us to say nothing about you?
Right?
However, it appears some individuals did not receive the expected $200 increase, despite meeting the criteria for disbursement.
No, I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. Same 250 watch. I take 3 major surgery. My hand break off, I break mine in the hospital. They give me no compensation. We were supposed to give me a compensation, they give me nothing. So what is 250 could do? I like that. That kind of not a bills. I have to pay bills, I have to pay medication, doctor every minute, I go doctor every time. And nobody, my train can't help me because they ain't have to sell.
Officials from the...
Yes, he
So, the question is, who briefing the Prime Minister, Deacon Mitchell? Is it the advisor to the Minister of National Security? Or is it one person, a person on the Prime Minister's detail? And who is briefing the Commissioner of Police? Is it the HSB? The head SB? Because see this thing mixing up. So sometimes the Prime Minister acting like he don't know. Where does his briefing comes from? And why publicly they beating up on special branch? And you telling me security thing? You have something to say, Gate. Say what you have to say.
Here, somebody has sent a message for you. Master Carl, where is the RRU?
You don't even get a rank. I set a promotion passing every time. Nobody in RRU worthy of getting promoted. So they might as well there. This thing is like upside down.
Did you just see that?
Huh?
You see, they might as well they did?
Yeah, because they don't get in promotion, nothing. Even the thing for the RGPF is real grimy. So let me, and let me go down the road. As I tell you what I want to say, I can't see it.
No, because then we go.
No, not that. Igwe, I know so much things. It just scare me. What I shouldn't know. I'm telling it here now. I don't want to put nobody at risk or danger. But the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security need to get the act together. Yes, Igwe, let me take the call.
Hello?
Master Carl,
Hey.
you're cracking me up, you know.
I just speak anything. I just say anything. If the cap feed them jerry string. Igwe. When you hear this thing with the CBI boss Igwe, Mr. Prime Minister, would you take responsibility? Would you take responsibility when the CBI thing boss? Igwe, we had a nice program this afternoon, Igwe.
Yeah.
Some information and facts came out. The RGPF need help. The present construct has not bringing any help to the RGPF.
They mashing up the police.
We want to know about the Monge situation. We really want to know what's going on. What is the true situation? Why the place locked down? What is the next move? Igwe. Igwe, chatters on the street want to know if NDC big boys, the register company, and if those companies I'm dealing with the government for the independence celebration and how much money involved. We don't know the 22.5 million is what it was money for the boys. We are called?
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Hello?
Mr. Carl, just play the tip with what the Prime Minister said about the guns coming in again.
You'll give it to you.
Yeah, and that is the point I was making, that the Prime Minister makes statement that when you realize that the nation doesn't understand clearly why he does not clear the air on it, so you give people the impression that you don't care.
Well, I will clear the air because I'm the Minister Extraordinaire. So clear the air.
That's the point I keep on making.
Yes, from today call me the Minister Extraordinaire.
The Prime Minister has to be more intelligent than that to realize that when you say that, it doesn't sound good. We know that that's not what you might mean totally, but you have to be able to clear the air. And he's not doing that, and that is my problem. You know, I do expect the Prime Minister to don't concern about guns coming in.
But you hear the man say that and you say you don't respect?
No, but I'm saying, we know deep inside the Prime Minister wouldn't be concerned.
Man, Clifford, what the man say I could judge him by? Let me play the clip bit.
From the time I've been in office, I've been saying this. Not because I have premonition, Mr. Speaker, because it is clear, the trend is obvious. Anybody who's reading the statistics on crime in the Caribbean will see that gun crime is a pandemic in the region, and that it was just going to be a matter of time before it reached our shores. That has nothing to do with the Prime Minister who holds the position of Minister of National Security. It has to do with...
You are the one with Dr. Keith Rowley, the trainer, Prime Minister?
Yeah.
Yes, let me get it for me.
Let me drop it for you one time.
I have today instructed the National Security Minister.
I say, listen, Prime Minister.
To instruct the Defense Force to operate in conditions determined by them within the laws of Trinidad and Tobago, to operate virtually permanently on the streets in communities where criminals have armed themselves and have determined.
But they see some kind of stupidness going on here, real stupidness. Some chair of the Independence Committee, husband, my decorating. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true. It is alleged.
You could come and be
Out of
parliamentarian.
the abundance of caution.
All kind of people go buy you.
Why this thing? Lord Jesus, how long? Not long. Not long, Igwe. You go take the last call if you have it.
You have 3 minutes though. That's
Okay.
really close up and we do the dog.
Igwe, the Prime Minister, need to come clean. He need to stop complaining and complain. Get the people to understand him.
You need to stop complaining and complain.
Yeah. Complain. Oh. Go sideways the thing.
Chattering plain and those showing up, so that money waste.
I don't know if money waste, I don't know.
You
The thing about it, I don't know, if you're only asking question if this SBG was chatted anytime last week.
How pity might make people paying attention.
And Karikou.
And Karikou. Because you like to call them for a second.
Yeah, man.
So I hope all you...
Papi show them, man.
I hope all you taking note.
I'm calling him on green. Like it's a papi show. Well, Igwe, we have come to the end of today's discussion. I hope it was one that brought information to the people. As we say, our only purpose is to give information and facts. Peace.
Right. You tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear.